All right, everybody, welcome back. Good afternoon. One more free agency primer video, and as far as I know, we are then done. Right tackle, and again, this kind of wraps into the left tackle video I did earlier today. We're really talking about swing tackles for the most part here, but these are guys that seem to be more of a right tackle than a left tackle, generally speaking, so I'm putting them here. But again, this is just we are looking for backups for our tackles, and we have to decide if we want to make a significant investment there or if we just want a guy. And there are plenty of both. Well, not really plenty of both here. There's like one guy in the right tackle pool who jumps out to me as like a strong backup that isn't just re-signing Josh Jones. So we'll get through this pretty quickly here, and then we're done. And then we know pretty much everything we need to know about the upcoming free agency period. And we did our homework. All right, guys, before we go any further into the video, I want to take a minute to tell you guys about my friends over at Sleeper. Sleeper is a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. Download the app to your phone. You can celebrate and chat about sports in real time with other users. You can get scores, news, and alerts with blazing fast speed. And you can play in daily fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So enjoy sports together. Download Sleeper today, and don't forget to use my promo code SBN for up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Plus, they currently have a free $20 entry, no deposit required, just make an account. Terms and conditions do apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper and have fun with sports this year. Okay, so right tackles that I think are worth talking about. Let's start with Trey Pipkins. Obviously, this guy's not meant to be a starter in this league, and he did start quite a bit for the Chargers in 2025, and it was bad. But I think if you get Pipkins as a backup and you ask not so much of him, he'll be good. I think he'll be effective in that role. So 1 year, 5 million is the Spotrac estimate there. I don't know if he'll get that much because he did just have such a rough year, but I think that Pipkins is probably the best of this group, especially for this team. And also keep in mind that he's still 29. He's going to be 30 right about the time the season starts, so age isn't a big problem yet. I think Pipkins can be workable for what we are trying to find here. Now, Trent Brown, I'm just going to list him here because may as well. And he is a pretty good player still. Trent Brown played a decent amount for the Texans last year and was okay. The problem is he's almost 33 and he's giant. Cannot move, so no good. 1 year, 2.5 million. I think somebody's going to be pretty happy with that price, but there's no way Trent Brown's going to work in this offense. So I'm just listing him here because I know people would ask if I didn't. Larry Borom of the Miami Dolphins was serviceable-ish this last year and actually played a lot because of injuries on that Dolphins offensive line, over 650 snaps. So as a backup, you're doing pretty well with him. 1 year, 2.4 million, can't go too wrong. He's about to turn 27. It's a pretty decent setup there. I don't mind that one. I think that one could work. Trent Scott of the Commanders most recently, barely played last year, was kind of sort of serviceable when he did. Previous years, mixed. He's never really been all that great or anything, but as a mid to low level backup, I think he works. Spotrac has him at 1 year, 2 million. Sounds about right. I mean, you get what you pay for at the end of the day. He's okay. Age is starting to become a concern, though. He'll turn 33 before the Super Bowl, so running out of time here, and this might be something where you this might be something where you forecast a little bit of a downfall or maybe even a big downfall and you keep moving. Charlie Heck is fun just because his dad is a former Seahawk first round pick, I think, but he can't really play effectively. He was one of the worst players in the league last year for Tampa Bay, did play quite a bit, so it's a decent sample size. Year before that, he was even worse, smaller sample size. I think he was on Houston then. Like he is genuinely speaking one of the worst players in the league that has gotten significant playing time over the last few years. So he's a guy you sign if you want somebody to just man the position, but you don't expect anything of them, which I mean, there is a place in the world for players like that, but if you're actually trying to do something of merit, you got to do better here. 1 year, 1.7 million. I don't even think he's going to get that. By the way, he's going to turn 30 in November. So if there is any age-related regression, it's probably going to start to hit. Jake Curhan, another old buddy of ours, currently with the Panthers, was kind of sort of serviceable for them in a handful of snaps in 2025. But we know what's up with Curhan. Limited player, but he has had good moments in this league. He has done some things that I like. And you could do worse, I think, as a swing tackle or a backup right tackle. 1 year, 1.4 million. He's 28, going to turn 29 about the Super Bowl, a little before it. It is one of those things where you get what you pay for, but sometimes that's not the end of the world. So Jake Curhan, maybe. I would like to do a little bit better. He's not that much better than a guy like Charlie Heck at this point. Thayer Munford Jr., kind of interesting here. I believe Munford mostly played as like a sixth offensive lineman for the Patriots last year, but he was fairly good in that role. And I mean, I think that there is something to be said for that because remember, we used Josh Jones a pretty good amount as a swing tackle who also became a sixth offensive lineman in jumbo packages. So whoever you sign here may end up needing to do that as well. And Munford did that a little bit in New England. 1 year, 1.3 million. Can't go too wrong there. He's about to turn 27, so you're going to get his best years if that means anything to you. Final guy is Lucas Niang, and he has not played any real football in quite some time. He did not play a snap in 2025 or 2024. Last time he played was 59 snaps in 2023, graded very poorly. Year before that, he played 10 snaps, graded even worse. Year before that, okay, nah, at least you got something, right? But you got to go all the way back to 2021. So you're banking on him still being able to play after almost missing 4 consecutive seasons, basically 4 seasons. So he is a pure backup, and you're going to pay a pure backup price. He doesn't even have a market value page. So you're probably getting like 1 year 1.1 or 1 year 1.2 million. So this is the ultimate budget option. And I'll say this, there's a little bit more hope for him than some of these other guys. I'd rather have him than Charlie Heck or probably even Jay Curhan. All right, so that'll do it, guys. That's it. Those are the right tackles that stand out to me in some way, shape, or form. Some of them stand out to me just by the mere fact that they exist. But the point I'm trying to make is that you got to decide what your price range is, and then you got to act accordingly. If your price range is $1.5 million, you're going to get $1.5 million player. All right, so that's the free agency primer, guys. I think we know everything we need to know. Not to say that we covered every single player, of course, but I think we covered the general basics and also some mid-level stuff. There may be some guys that slipped through, but I'm cool with that, and we're ready for next week. So, if you missed any of the primer and you want to catch up, feel free. Those videos stay up on my channel, and plenty of opportunity to catch up. All right. See you guys later, Go Hawks. Going to be at least one more video later today. We'll see if anything else happens, but see you guys later.